Hey guys, okay, so now I am here with my review for Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And again guys, just like my previous Star Wars reviews, this review is going to contain full spoilers. You have been warned. So if you have not seen this movie, get out of here. Okay, so in any case, and like I said, just like with my previous Phantom Menace review, I'm sorry if you're sad that I'm not ripping this movie to shreds, but this is mostly going to be a positive review. I love Attack of the Clones, well, but that's not to say that I don't have my problems with it, but I only have a couple, but I'll get to them. Okay, so Attack of the Clones takes place 10 years after the events of the Phantom Menace, and we see Anakin is now an adult, and Obi-Wan is his master, and I really buy the fact that they're, master and apprentice. However, we see that someone is trying to assassinate Padme, and she says that Count Dooku is behind it, and of course, Count Dooku is the Sith of this movie, but I don't understand why they never call him Darth Tyrannus in the movie, because that's actually his Sith name, for those of you who didn't know. But anyway, so yeah. Anakin and Obi-Wan have been assigned to protect Padme, and of course, Ewan McGregor's back as Obi-Wan, and this time we have Hayden Christensen playing Anakin Skywalker. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, please don't hate, but I think Hayden Christensen's performance was pretty solid. There you go. Alright, so in any case, so we have this whole cool, chase scene on Coruscant with Anakin, Obi-Wan, and the bounty hunter Zam Wesell, who was hired by Jango Fett, and, I'll get to him later. Eventually, they find Zam Wesell, they apprehend her, and they're like, "Who was it you were trying to kill?" And she's like, "It was a senator from Naboo." And Anakin's like, "Who hired you? Tell us now." And she goes, "It was a bounty hunter called," but then as soon as before she could finish that, she gets shot by a poisoned dart, of course from Jango Fett. And now Obi-Wan is tasked with finding Jango Fett, and Anakin is assigned to protect Padme. Okay, now, the thing about this movie, the thing about Attack of the Clones, George Lucas actually described it as mostly a love story. I think that's what he said. Because in the end, I don't remember who it was. I think it was either Anakin or Padme, but I think it was Padme. She said we can't be together. Okay, well if you don't want to be together, then why are you with him if you don't want to date the dude? I mean, seriously. I mean, she doesn't want to date him, yet she's wearing these really sexy dresses and stuff. And the whole thing about with Anakin, when he first, when Padme tells him, she goes, "I love you," and he's like, "I thought we couldn't be together." She tells him, "I truly, deeply love you." And I was like, oh, seriously, dude, no one says that. You either love someone or you don't. I mean, seriously, why would you even say that? You don't need to say, "I truly, deeply love you." But anyway, we see Obi-Wan on the planet Kamino, where we see the clones being, assembled. And we learn that Jango Fett was the original donor. Now, here's the thing. We learn that the clones were not a request by the Jedi Council, as Obi-Wan was told. And then Obi-Wan fights Jango Fett, and then we have the whole scene on Geonosis. And this is where everything gets pretty cool. Of course, Obi-Wan's been captured by Jango Fett, and you have a dialogue scene between him and Count Dooku. And then, when Anakin and Padme get there, you have this whole conveyor belt scene in the droid factory, and it's all cool. But then, eventually, they get captured, and then we get, the big arena scene. Like a big stadium. These guys are going to be executed by these big CGI creatures, and I don't know what they're called. Please forgive me. If they have names and I don't know them, I'm sorry. But I just gotta point this out, guys. That scene where Padme was fighting against that cat thing, she was hitting it with her chain, and then it scratches her. Gotta admit, her look from that point on was sexy. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. However, this is where everything gets awesome. Because this is the first moment in the entire Star Wars universe where we see a bunch of Jedi just throwing down. You know, you see the Jedi just fighting against these droids, and I'm like, yeah, I've been wanting to see that a lot, and now I'm going to. This is great. And the one thing that made me go, okay, that's definitely creative, and I can see maybe sticking that in there, is when Mace Windu walks out, he whips his lightsaber out, and it's purple. Okay, now George Lucas's reason behind it was because he was like, Samuel L. Jackson wanted purple. Well, okay then. Because the thing is, there's a reason why the lightsaber colors are the colors that they are. I mean, I understand, you know, how everybody had their own lightsaber. Like, Luke had a blue one, then he had a green one. Obi-Wan had a blue one. Qui-Gon Jinn had a green one. You see the pattern here? Alright. And then after that, you have the Count Dooku lightsaber duel. Okay, now, here's the thing. When I was first watching this, I was like, okay, this could be a bit faster, you know, it could be cooler. But then I watched it. I watched the fight just the other day, and I remembered. I was like, okay, they're clearly using their lightsaber forms. I mean, it's all all right. And then after that, this is probably the best moment in Attack of the Clones. No, I take it back. It's not probably the best moment. It's the best moment. It's when Yoda does a lightsaber fight with Count Dooku. All right. Now, before this, we've seen Yoda just lift things up. You know, he's just using the Force and all that. You know, he's this wise mentor. But here, he's fighting with a lightsaber, and he doesn't mess around. He just whips that thing out. He's all... And I gotta tell you, that is just so awesome. Alright, so in the end, Attack of the Clones, I enjoyed the movie, and if you're gonna watch the Star Wars movies, you may or may not like it if you haven't seen them. But in the end, I really like it, and I'm gonna give Attack of the Clones an A. Alright guys, please give me your comments in the give me your opinions in the comments section below. I want to know, what was your favorite moment from Attack of the Clones? And stay tuned very soon, guys, because my review for Revenge of the Sith will happen. And as always, thank you all for watching. And if you like this, like, comment, favorite, and hit that subscribe button and join the Jolinator Club. Chest bump.